are live, very welcome to our Green Hill Gallery. Today's exhibition is called Split Open. We're so happy to have you here. First, we'll have some words from our director, from our Kulturschöpfer director, Christopher Elmerick.
Go ahead and put the microphone on. Thanks so much, Carlos. It's a pleasure to welcome you all to the opening of Split Open. It has been a long journey in this process of putting this exhibit together. We've been really thinking creatively as far as what during this past season has really had an impact on us. And one thing that we've really begun to realize is the fact of identity, connectivity, and community were three roles that really, or three words that really played a major role on us as well as our community that we've been part of. The thing that we started really discovering was in this past year, not having the same level of community that we've had previously as far as social contact with one another, the role that's played on our identity, and realizing that when we're in contact with one another and having those connections, those actual physical connections, we actually learn more about ourselves. And without those connections, we actually really struggle. And therefore, we also relook at what connectivity even is to one another. Oftentimes this past year, we were connected with Zoom or maybe even through social media, but we really began to be challenged as far as even in this time, as far as media, in this time, as far as technology, can we really be connected with one another? And what does that mean and what does that look like? How are we presenting ourselves with one another? And how are we wanting to actually be presented? And so therefore we wanted to use this time in this exhibit to be able to explore these topics, and not just in the form as far as art, what we're seeing here right now, but we're exploring them deeper by actually writing blog posts. We are actually also looking at having discussion groups as well as roundtables, further exploring this topic, which is something so meaningful to us as a culture, as a community, as we further want to learn more of how can we be closer connected to one another, and how can we learn more about ourselves as well as one another, realizing it opens up new opportunities as well as new doors to understand more of who we are as we begin to understand and begin to learn more about our neighbors and know more about the community we're part of. And we want to be a place to actually open up those doors and open up those opportunities for that to take place. So tonight we're going to go on an exploration with one another as we explore these questions with the artists, two of them which are with us this evening, which we're really excited about, as well as some that will be joining us through Instagram Live, as well as through YouTube, and will be joining us from Barcelona as well as some other places. So I welcome you all to be engaging and participating with us by asking questions on Instagram or even through YouTube if that's possible. We'd love to be able to hear from you, ask the questions that you're wondering about, either about the topic, about the title, or if you're interested more about hearing about the artist, ask us questions, because there'll be a time at the end that we'll be able to answer those for you. And we're looking at this as really as an opportunity for us to go on an explorative process with one another. So thanks so much for joining us, and please stay tuned as we get to know the artists and their works a little bit more.
Thank you so much, Christopher. Now we're going to do a quick overview of the place so you can take a glaze of how the exhibit looks. So, my name is Carlos. I'll be your moderator today. I'll be the companionship for you today, and I'll be interviewing our 6 artists today, and I'm happy to be here with you. So, let's start with the overview. So, thank you so much for joining us on YouTube. Now, don't forget to follow us on our Instagram account. We'll be live with the 6 artists and their interviews. Thank you so much. Please now hit us on Instagram. So, thank you so much. Let's give us 5 seconds.
Should we do it now? Yes, we try. We ask them.
Or are we just doing Instagram?
Because you asked us to do
No.
YouTube Live. Yes.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but why are we doing YouTube Live now? Why are we doing both?
Because we would like to make the YouTube Live together with Instagram Live, but for the interviews we cannot use YouTube. The online interview, there is no such option, technically, only
Okay.
Instagram. So that's why we make interviews only to Instagram.
But some people don't have Instagram.
So there is no such an option. That's why we cut it, and now we can do interviews in Instagram. Did you stop recording?